Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Russell T Davies recently said if he wasn't going to be doing something ambitious and different with Doctor Who, he wouldn't be bothering. What does he mean? I believe that Russell T Davies could be rebooting Doctor Who. A lot of people believe he rebooted the franchise when he relaunched it in 2005, but that's exactly what it was, a relaunch, not a reboot. This one, this RTD, DT, whatever, what is it? RTD? Yeah, RTD, Russell T Davies got the letters wrong. Yeah, this RTD2, I think is a proper reboot. Why do I think that? Listen, I smelt a rat from day one. What do you do about the timeless child? What do you do with all the issues that maybe Russell quietly has about what's been done to Doctor Who since he's left? There's no question he's not going to come in there and delete what his friends have done. Well, not by continuing what they've done, but by rebooting the franchise, he can start again. He can do exactly what he wants to do with it. And so by rebooting it, there's no timeless child. There's no Moffat era shenanigans. I mean, he could do something. Very passive aggressive and delete everything but his era. Which would be difficult to do. But this could actually be, these specials we're getting could be the last time we ever see the OG version of the Doctor. And ironically, it could all be finishing with Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall. Not the greatest way to go. Listen, they were never going to cancel this because Doctor Who has shown great potential, especially within the Russell T Davies era. So it wasn't going anywhere. They were going to give it one more try, and who better than Russell T Davies to come and save it? He seems to be the only one who's been able to bring, a mainstream audience to the show and make it more popular and take it beyond its own fandom, something that had never been done before. So of course they're going to give him enough rope. Of course they're going to let him have his creative freedom. What do I think about this? If this is true, I suspect that it's true, but I don't know for sure. It's very, very sad. But when you think about it, what can he do? If he can't work with what they've left him, then he can't work with it. He knows the timeless child is a problem. He knows this is a direction he personally wouldn't have gone down. Whatever he says publicly to publicly support his friend, he knows a clusterfuck has been created. And what better way than just to forget the whole entire mess since he's left by rebooting the franchise? And so that means a brand new Doctor, a brand new timeline. How do you do this? What has he got planned? Listen, I did suspect from day one when he was coming back, we weren't going to carry on in a traditional sense. I've been saying for a long time, be careful what you say when you spread rumours about this person playing the Doctor and that person, because I don't even think we're going to get a traditional regeneration. And by rebooting it, we're not going to get a regeneration. Or maybe she regenerates and we don't see who she regenerates into. And then it's rebooted. Now, do they reboot this in terms of bringing in a multiverse strategy like the MCU and the DCEU are doing? Or do they just say, that's the end of that, and I'm starting again? RTD could be as blatant as that. Yeah, so I do believe Doctor Who is being rebooted, and I think when you hear someone saying, I wouldn't have come back unless I could have done something very different with it, I wouldn't have come back. Piers Wenger, the controller of BBC Drama before RTD was ever re-announced to returning as Doctor Who showrunner again, said it's going to be very, very different. How are the fans going to react to this? Well, of course, people are going to be angry. Their Doctor is no more. Russell T Davies is starting again. Some will say, we trust RTD, as I do. I think the man's a genius. It's clear with Bad Wolf Productions taking the lead here and now Sony Television owning pretty much Bad Wolf Productions. The BBC have no authority over this show. sooner rather than later Sony Television will own Doctor Who in its entirety. That's where I see this going, and I don't see any other option. And this is perfect for Russell T Davies because he's got such freedom that he never had before, although what he did is what he wanted to do. But this is a freedom on another level. This is also a good thing because I don't want the BBC having any control over Doctor Who. Ever since RTD's left, they've made some terrible decisions. And I mean, listen, I don't think it's a good idea to allow your showrunners to employ the next showrunner. RTD did it with Moffat. I like Moffat, but Moffat kind of lost his swagger by the end of his run. And Chibnall's been an absolute disaster. You can pretend that he hasn't been a disaster, but he has. And it's not because he cast a female doctor. It's what he did with her creatively. It's what he didn't do creatively with her. It's what he didn't do creatively with his companions. His Indian companion, his companion of colour, he did nothing with them. It's no good having optics if you're not interested in developing these characters, these minorities. What does that say about you? That says something about you, right? They keep on telling us it says something about us. But I don't have an issue about representation and inclusion. I don't have an issue about the first female doctor. But by God, man, give her something, right? The Timeless Child on its own is a good idea. But when you do it in a way to kind of further your politics, it becomes a problem. RTD knows that what Chibnall has done is a fucking landmine. Of course, he's never going to say this publicly, right? And if he does reboot the franchise, he can't even come out and defend what Chibnall's done. He'll just have to not mention it because that's his friend. He told me once on Instagram for tagging him on a negative video I did about Chibnall. It wasn't toxic or anything. I think it was constructive. He didn't like his name being on it. Fair enough. I apologized and moved on. But the point being here, Russell, if you are doing what I think you're doing, and I do think you're rebooting the series, and it'll be interesting who the first Doctor in this new run is as well. If he is doing what I think he's going to do. And what would it be? Will they try and represent and include? Will they just get the best person for the job? Nobody really knows. But as I say, it's very, very different. So when you talk about this Doctor, this current Doctor, regenerating, it's not exactly how it's going to go. You know, how is he going to do this? If he does reboot it, is this the first Doctor? Does the Doctor still regenerate? You know, what's he going to do here? I mean, it sounds outlandish that I'm even suggesting this, but I suspect something huge is coming, something different, and I think it's going to be very, very triggering for people. I mean, when he came back, I thought he wouldn't want to, you know, put any noses out of joint. But of course, ending the OG Doctor Who is a problem, especially with ending it like this. And it seems to me that maybe they were thinking of cancelling it. And I think Russell came in and said, no, you're not. Come on, Bad Wolf Productions, let's do this. And they're running the game now. It's clear to me the BBC knew they got themselves in a mess. They couldn't handle the people that hated what they did with the Chibnall era. So I think they were going to cut and run because that's who the BBC truly are. They don't see the potential of the money that Doctor Who's made them. Jesus Christ, Doctor Who's kept them going for many, many years now. I think they were going to cancel it. And I think Russell came in with this idea. So it's a kind of glorified cancellation, if you like, because they're pretty much ending the run of the OG Doctor. That's the only way of looking at it, if that's what they're doing. And as I say, that's what I believe right now. So, you know, I think that I am not necessarily... Look, it's sad. It's tragic. Because the OG Doctor is the OG Doctor. There's obviously a way to fix things. But it's difficult. It's difficult. It's clear RTD didn't want to go forward with, you know, a Timeless Child kind of legacy. It's obvious. Because if he's so supportive of this, why do this? He's rebooting this show. Make no mistake. And, I mean, I don't know when all this is going to come out. I don't know when his plans or his Doctor is revealed. But things are changing dramatically, whether you like it or not. This has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. See you again soon.